friends. Miss Bickle here with your third acting lesson. If you know me, you know that 3 is my favorite number. So it's gonna be good, right? I will say we're starting to get more intense with this one. What do I mean by that? I mean we're starting to get technical. So today's lesson is all about movement. Why movement? This isn't dance class. Every actor should study up on movement. Not only will they move more freely, but you'll also be way less exhausted. Not to mention, it's way more enjoyable to watch someone that knows how to move their body. I do suggest that anyone that's interested in doing acting or anything on the stage, take up ballet. Any good actor knows that ballet is the true way to understand how your body can move gracefully on the stage. Yeah, I'm talking to you too, fellas. But think about it. A play is based on how the people move on the stage. And there might not as well be a set or anything else as long as there are people on the stage. You have a show. Okay, by now you know that we start with a warm-up. And what are the 3 parts we warm up? Mind, body, voice. But since we're focused on movement today, we should probably focus on body. Now this warm-up is called ABC Aerobics. Shout out to teachers that have used this in the classroom. It's great to warm up even young kids. Now I want you to go back, all the way back, to when you learned your ABCs the very first time. You do know your ABCs, right? Phew, that's a relief. Think of your ABCs, but think of them as lowercase, okay? Now, you're going to make those letters with your body. However, we're only doing where the letter lands on the actual lines on the page when you're writing. If a letter does not reach the top line or go below the bottom line, you keep your hands at your waist, just like this, like the lowercase letter A. Now think of the lowercase letter B. That does go to the top line. You reach up all the way to the top for that one. What about C? You got it. What about D? Keep going. E, F. Now G goes below the bottom line, so what do? You touch your toes. Go on. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Do you get it? Okay, let's do this round together. 1, 2, ready, go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Oh man, I hope I didn't mess any of those up when I go back and edit this. So did we use our mind? Yes, we had to think about where the letter went and what letter went next in the alphabet. Did we use our bodies? Oh yeah. Did we use our voices? Kind of, but we're not super focused on it today, but we did use it. Now let's warm up our bodies a little bit more, okay? Let's do some stretches. Okay, we're going to roll our head, but not the way a lot of people do, all the way around. Put your ear near one of your shoulders. Press down. Don't raise your shoulder up, but press down. Ooh, I felt a pop. Okay, roll your head to the other side. Press gently. Now back. And one more time. Bring your head back. Now bring your chin all the way down to your chest. Go back, make that yes motion really slowly. Now make a no motion as wide as you can. Now let's roll those shoulders back and forward. Now shrug those shoulders like I told you not to do a moment ago. Shrug them like you're hanging up on a hanger. Now push them all the way down like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, but still try to stand up tall. Shrug and push. Okay. Now let's do a rib stretch. Take your arms, bring them way up. Your hands are together. Lean to one side like a bent banana. Lean to the other side. Another bent banana. Go again. This time try to lean a little bit more. Again. This time lean even farther. Now try to lean back. Woo. And forward. Okay. Take those fingers that were locked when you did that, but behind, and pull down. Oh, all the way down. As far as you can while still standing up. And now bend forward. Did you hear the pop that time? Whew, I'm getting old. All right, while you're down there, take your arms, swing them, and bend all the way at the waist. Move them around like they're elephant trunks. Swing, 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 stir the pot. Okay, now just hang there like a rag doll. Slowly come up, but when you do so, hug yourself. You know what? Actually, performing in a show is kind of like running a marathon if you're doing it correctly. It should take everything out of you. So don't skip on those warm-ups, you hear me? Now, depending on the show you're in, your warm-ups should be as intense as the show you're about to perform. You should be warming up what you need to warm up. Common sense, people. Okay. This is known as actor neutral. Actor neutral is when the actor is completely neutralized and doesn't have any stress anywhere in their bodies, but is ready to move or do whatever is asked of them. I want you to try to stand like that. Stand tall, no slouching, no moving, feet shoulder width apart, chin up, shoulders back, bent, relaxed knees, no locked knees or you might pass out, okay? Actor neutral. Why did I just teach you how to stand in one place and not move your body? This is a movement lesson, right? Yeah, but you need to be able to move anyway, and if you're standing in such a way that you can't go do it, it interferes. Another thing that any actor might hear when they're in a show is levels. Make new levels. Levels are using the space around you, not just up and down. For instance, high, low, middle. You can actually spread out side to side. Fill the space. Try to imagine that you need to fill everything around you with only your body. How would you do that? Think of all the spaces you're missing. Try to fill the space around you. How can you do that? Let's do another quick game. Think about that alphabet again, but this time uppercase. Try to make an uppercase A with your body. You might do something like this or this, but A's look pretty much the same if they're in basic uppercase, right? What about a B? C? It gets trickier. D? There's no right or wrong way. Try, move your body. Try to fill the space using levels. Another quick game. After you tried those letters, try shapes. Triangle's kind of like A, right? What about a circle? How can you make your body a circle? Square? Rhombus? Parallelogram? Try solid figures. Try all the polygons. Try anything. Make your body a sphere for all I care. I want you to try to move your body in ways you don't normally move it. Okay, go back to actor neutral for me. Stillness means just as much as movement in theater, if not more. If you were moving the entire time, people might be, I don't know, bored with it if you were moving the entire time. Sure, it's interesting to watch, but you know what's more interesting? When it stops. Try to actually make your whole body freeze, head to toe, fingertips to pinky toes. Freeze in actor neutral. Can you do it? Have someone else in your family see if you're moving anything on your body. If you find that you're not moving anything, you actually can freeze your whole body, please let me know. You're a pro. I might make you a statue in the next show. Or second tree from the left. But seriously, it's very distracting if you keep moving when you're supposed to freeze. Really freeze. Another term you might hear is blocking. Blocking is just the movement of an actor on a stage. A director can give you your blocking, which is the movement of you on the stage. Another quick game! Hint, hint, this goes along with the game I'm going to show you at the very end of this video. Use those levels, use your body, it's kind of warm, don't let it go to waste. Everybody knows how to mime, right? We typically go to a box, we're stuck in a box. Oh no, that's kind of hard to do. Can you make your hands flat and always go in the same spot? But we don't normally get stuck in a box, right? I mean, if you have other siblings, you might be stuck in a box. But I want you to mime things you do in everyday life. Even the simplest task as writing needs to look believable on stage, and some people, that's not believable. But the trick with miming is make the invisible visible. Worry about what looks real. Challenge the people in your family to guess what you're miming. If you made it this far watching, great! This is now the technical, more advanced part of the video. Okay, so there was this guy named Rudolf von Laban, really fancy name, and he was obsessed with the movements of humans. He ended up describing all human movements simplified into BESS. B-E-S-S. Body, effort, shape, and space. Body, what the body is doing and what other bodies are doing around you. Effort, the effort of the movements broken down into 4 elements. We'll get to that later. Shape, the way the body is changing shape during movement. For instance, static or still shapes, wall-like, ball-like, and pin-like. There are also shape qualities like opening and closing, sinking and rising, spreading and enclosing. That's hard to do by myself. Spreading, spread out, enclosing, upon. You get it. And advancing and retreating. And then there's space, where the body is moving and how it works with others around you. Or basically the area the body is moving in and the direction you're moving. B-E-S-S. Body, effort, shape, space. Now it's really going to get technical. Are you ready for it? Going back to effort, like I said before, we'll get to that later. Well, later is now. If you take away anything from this video, this is the most important methodical, technical section. Try to use this on stage. Laban broke effort into 4 elements. Space, which is how direct or indirect you move, like the path you take. Is it direct or is it indirect? Flow, which is how free or how bound your movements are. Time, which is quick or sustained. Finally, weight, which is how light or how heavy or strong you move. Then Laban took all the ways that you can move and broke it down into 8 action efforts. 8 specific ways to move your body that can be combined but it's specifically by their names you can tell what all of the movements are. Because these 8 action efforts are also used in conducting, I'm going to show you with my hand all of the 8. I'm going to break it down into direct, point A to point B movements, and indirect movements. 4 direct, 4 indirect. The first of the 4 direct is punch. Notice that the punch is bound, not free, direct, point A to point B, quick, and a heavy movement. The next one is dab. No, I'm not going to do it. Not that kind of dab. A dab is like a punch, but gentle. Think of it as dabbing your face. That's a dab. Then there's press, which is like pushing against something. Then there's glide. It's still direct, but more free. You know point A to point B, but you sustain it longer. That one you can tell is light, not heavy. Now we're going to talk about the 4 indirect movements. There's float, free, sustained, light, and indirect. Now there's slash. It's quick, heavy, and bound, not free. The 7th one is called ring. Not like ring on the phone with a W. You wring out your clothes. Ring. It's bound, sustained, and heavy. But still indirect. I don't really see where point A and point B are. And finally, the last one is flick. It's free. It's quick. And it's light. Okay, so now you know all 8. Now you can do anything with those 8. Let's try those 8 with our bodies now, okay? Remember, first there was punch, but you don't have to just punch with your hand. Then there was dab. No. Think of dabbing your face. Then there's press, like pushing something, right? Then there's glide. Now the 4 indirect, float. Now remember slash? Get your whole body involved. Next one is ring. Now don't forget the rest of your body. Try it with your torso. Then finally we had flick. So remember the 4 direct, punch, dab, press, glide, and the 4 indirect, float, slash, ring, flick. These aren't exactly secret techniques, but they are more advanced. So go you. Pop quiz! What is best? Body, effort, shape, space. Now when I go back to E, effort, and break that down into 4, what does it make? Space, how direct or indirect a movement is. Flow, how free or how bound a movement is. Time, which is how quick or sustained, slow a movement is. And weight, how light or heavy a movement is. Space, flow, time, weight. Okay, now what are those 8 action efforts I get from those last 4? Punch, dab, press, glide, float, slash, ring, flick. Okay, that game I mentioned earlier that takes into account miming. Yep, it's time for that. I have done this one at school before with some of you, but not all of you may know this. The game is called What Are You Doing? The trick is miming with a partner or a large group, doesn't matter. It just needs to have one person miming, the other person getting ready to mime. You'll see what I mean. The first person starts while miming an action. The next person goes up to them. They clearly know they're brushing their hair. And they ask them, "What are you doing?" They don't say, "I'm brushing my hair." They say something they want the next person to try to do. I'm flossing my teeth. So that person, the second person, then goes. And the first person can come back, or if there's more people, the next one comes in to the second person. Okay, let me try it with me going back and forth. What are you doing? I'm knitting a sweater. What are you doing? I'm chewing like a cow. Do you see how it goes? You get it, try it. Okay, so remember, email me at jessica.bickle@bearcreekschool.com with anything you try at home, even any questions you have. I hope you learned something today about movement, especially about Rudolf von Laban. That guy was obsessed with movement, but you know what? It kind of made it easier for us to understand when we want to do new things with our bodies. I'll see you later, everybody, and remember, keep making people believe. Bye, everyone.